Let's be honest, we've all been there, right? You're just trying to read an article or use an app and you get buried under this avalanche of online ads that have absolutely nothing to do with you. But what if that whole broken system could be rewired? What if it could actually be helpful? Today, we're going to dive into a concept called Nexus, an idea that wants to completely transform advertising from a total annoyance into a genuine asset.
So let's just start with the biggest question, the one we're all thinking. Why are most online ads so bad? I mean, with all the incredible technology we have at our fingertips, why do we still get this constant flood of promotions that are completely irrelevant? That's the puzzle we're going to try and piece together today.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll unpack the core problem with online ads as they exist right now. Then, we'll explore a pretty radical new idea, thinking about ads as infrastructure. From there, we'll look at who actually wins in this new model, how the money works, which is fascinating, and of course, what the future could look like.
All right, let's get right into it. The problem. The way the online ad system is built today, it almost feels like it was designed to make everyone miserable. It's like this constant digital tug of war, where when you really look at it, nobody actually comes out on top. It's really just a vicious cycle. You've got the people creating the content, you've got the advertisers, and you've got us, the audience, and everyone is pulling in opposite directions. It's set up as a zero-sum game, which basically means for one person to win, someone else has to lose. And here's what that looks like in the real world. You've got publishers, the websites and apps we love, and they're struggling to make real money from their hard work. And then you have advertisers who are just wasting fortunes trying to get their message to the right people. And then there's us, the users. We're stuck just ignoring ads that have zero relevance to our lives. It's a lose-lose-lose situation for sure.
But what if the answer isn't just a slightly better ad? What if it's a completely different way of thinking about the entire system? The idea here is pretty out there. What if we stopped seeing ads as a product to be sold and started seeing them as infrastructure? Like the roads and bridges of the digital world?
Now, this is a huge shift in perspective. The old model, the product model, is all about competition. Everyone's fighting for their slice of the pie. But this new infrastructure model, it's all about collaboration. It's not about taking a slice, it's about helping everyone bake a bigger pie together. It's actually designed to make the whole system stronger for everybody.
So what does that actually mean, infrastructure, in this context? Well, think of it as a neutral layer of technology. Its only job is to connect everyone, but without playing favorites. It's not there to compete with anyone, it's just there to support the entire digital world.
And here is the absolute best way to think about it. You know what Stripe did for online payments, or what Twilio did for communications? That's what Nexus wants to be for advertising. We're not talking about just another ad network here. The goal is to build a brand new foundational layer for the internet itself.
Okay, infrastructure sounds great in theory, but how does it fix that everybody loses problem we talked about? Well, this is where the triple value proposition comes into play. It's this idea that a smarter system can create that super rare thing, a true win-win-win scenario. Let's look at how it works for each group.
So let's break down these three big wins. The first one is for the publishers, the content creators, the app developers. The second win is for the advertisers. And the third, and this might be the most important one, is for us, the users.
Okay, first up, the publishers. For them, this is a total game changer. All of a sudden, they get access to the absolute best ad technology without having to spend millions developing it themselves. And here's the kicker. They can finally turn their audience into a real, stable source of revenue. The best part? They can do all of this while actually making the experience better for their users. That is a massive shift.
All right, now for the advertisers. For them, the magic word is context. Instead of targeting some vague demographic like males 1834, they can reach people based on what they're doing right this second. Like, say, someone who just finished a run. This system can even use generative AI to create the perfect ad for that moment, on the fly, which slashes costs and saves a ton of time. We're talking about surgical precision. And finally, maybe the most important piece of the puzzle. What's in it for us, the people who are actually using these apps and websites every single day? Well, the secret is relevance. Just imagine this. Instead of some random banner ad, you finish a workout in your fitness app, and you see a helpful suggestion for a recovery drink from a brand you might actually like. See? The ad stops being an annoying interruption and becomes a genuinely useful recommendation.
Okay, this all sounds really good, but how in the world does it make money? This is where things get really clever.
The whole financial model is built on a subscription that, and you have to hear this, actually ends up being profitable for the companies paying for it.
Which brings us to a very logical question, right? If a publisher is paying a pretty high monthly subscription fee for this service, how on earth can that possibly be a good deal for them? How can it be profitable?
The answer is this number. And no, that is not a typo. We are talking about a return on investment of over 2,000%. It sounds completely impossible, but the math behind it is actually surprisingly simple.
Let's just look at a quick example. So a publisher pays, say, $12,000 a month for the subscription. Okay, that's the cost. But through the platform, their share of the ad revenue comes out to almost $270,000. So after you subtract that fee, they're left with a net gain of over $250,000. The subscription isn't really a cost, it's the key that unlocks a massive new stream of revenue.
But this whole model isn't just smart financially. The real secret weapon here is that the system isn't static. It's built to learn and get smarter over time, creating a competitive advantage that just gets wider and deeper with every single new user.
It creates this incredibly powerful virtuous cycle, kind of like a snowball effect. So every new client brings more anonymous data into the network. That data makes the central AI smarter. A smarter AI delivers way better results for everyone on the platform. And of course, better results attract even more clients. It's a classic network effect that just keeps getting stronger every single day. So what's the ultimate end game here? Well, the ambition is way bigger than just being a better ad tool. The real goal is to become the fundamental layer on which all digital commerce and advertising is built. Think about it like an operating system, like an iOS or an Android, but for the entire world of online advertising.
And that really brings us right back to where we started. What if online ads weren't an interruption that we all try to ignore? What if they were a genuinely useful tip? With the right kind of infrastructure, maybe ads really can evolve from being an annoyance into an asset, a truly useful recommendation right when you need it most. And that is the promise of a smarter internet.